You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not, think a straight kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south. You're never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back.
Alright guys, alright. How's everyone doing? We got a big show for you guys today. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Got some Sixers, some NBA to talk about. Let's get it. Let's get it. Go check out today's video. The link is pinned in the chat. The last two videos, matter of fact. 2 days in a row. Trying to keep that on tact here, but don't worry me, I'll slip up. But yeah, a lot of stuff has happened, and something just broke that I find hilarious. Like, honestly, I find hilarious. So let's just start off with this, guys, because I find this hilarious. Joseph Liang got traded again. Oh my God, Joseph Liang get traded again. Joseph Liang get traded again 2 times in one offseason. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you guys know my history, with Joseph Liang, I'm just going to tell you it real quick. I was trying to get him on the channel a couple years ago. Maybe a couple years ago, I forget the exact timeline. But he saw my comment on a tweet, and someone said, "Oh, this guy's soft." I'm like, you know who is soft? Joseph Liang. And he saw that. He responded to me. He DM'd me. He's like, "What do you want? I'm right here." I'm like, "Okay, this Friday." and he ghosted me after that. He ghosted me. So I'm just like, it's hilarious. This whole thing is just hilarious to me. This whole thing is just hilarious. I can't stop laughing. I can't stop laughing. But yeah. In reality, George Liang gets traded. He's on an $8.6 million left on his 1-year deal, so he's going to Utah. Probably going to play the rest of his year out and then be a free agent there. So he's going to be in purgatory in Utah. He's not going to play over Ace Bailey. He's not going to play over Laurie Marketing. He's just going to be there. Maybe at a stress 5, but other than that, he's not doing much of anything. He's not. Let's be honest. The guy sucks on defense. He can shoot. He can really shoot, but he's terrible. He's terrible. I just find it hilarious to me. All right, let's get through the comments real quick here. Space Vegas, what is up? Fine. Oh, hold on. There we go. Finally, that George Liang's on my team. How long was he on the Celtics for? For how long? Like a month? What is up, Blades? I'm guessing you saw my video, right? Guys, if you have not seen my video, go check it out. The link is pinned in the chat. Ooh, better go check that out. And we got RJ Lewis Jr. and returning to that's our W for the Celtics. W. Mitch, Embiid won't be ready. Yeah, facts. We're gonna talk about Embiid and Paul George. They will not be ready. I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, nice try. Watch out for something huge. Pause. Yes, that was the guy's video who I reacted to. So that was in the title of his. So I should have said pause in the beginning. Niang hates Mitch. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I think all the Bostonians kicked him out of the city. How long did he last? Said Donovan, it hurts. I love that guy. Dude, me too. Me too. He was so underrated, but what are you gonna do, right? Niang for comeback player of the year. Let's go. Mitch, I think Embiid needs to retire. What is up, Cameron? What is up, my guy? How you doing, man? How you doing? I want to talk about that real quick here. Let's just talk about that. There we go. Let's talk about this whole thing with Joel Embiid, right? Like, I've seen content creators say that Embiid should retire. I've been saying like, oh, he'll be back. He'll play a certain amount of games or whatever. It is very, very difficult right now being a Sixers fan with Joel Embiid and Paul George and all that, right? The worst contracts in the NBA. Then you have Joel Embiid who can't stay on the court. He can't stay on the court. And he said in the postseason interview that he's not going to be back on the court until he's like to his fullest, to his 100%. But I'm sitting here thinking, when was the last time he was actually 100%? When was the last time Joel Embiid was actually 100%? When was the last time? Please, let me know. Medically retirement, that's still medical retirement, however you want to say it, that's still a thing. So maybe give it this last year and then medical retirement will kick in after the next off season. So we just gotta wait on that. But it sucks, man. I hate seeing players injured. I just hate when they can't step foot on the court, and I just hate all that. Can't help their team, and it frustrates you mentally. It really does, and that explains everything that he had said in that article. He let it all out. That was a crash out. So Joel Embiid, it looks like he's not going to be playing in training camp. He's pretty much not even going to be starting in the regular season. Preseason, not even going to play. So the amount of games he dropped from 2 years ago to last year, it is literally crazy how many games he has dropped due to injury. And it's sad. It is really, really sad. We've seen him at his peak with the MVP. We've seen him at his peak. We've seen him at his lowest. It just, with Joel Embiid, it's like, everyone loves the guy, right? Philadelphia, you love the guy. You want nothing but the best for him. you just get tired of the same old song and dance with him being injured. Is he gonna play? Is this gonna be that? That gonna be this? It just gets to a point when you're like, is it getting to the like you got to trade him at some point? You got to try to trade him, but it's gonna be so difficult with that contract and everything. So with Joel Embiid, it may be time to hang it up. It honestly may be time to hang up. He's gonna be turning 31 years old this year, and we've seen players who are that big, like Joel Embiid, who are very athletic, very gifted, but their height and their weight goes down on their ankles, and their ankles give out, their knees give out, and it's been so difficult seeing this year after year after year after year. We've seen him with cerebral palsy with his face. We've seen him like so many injuries and him playing through it. But now it's getting to a point. It's like enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm starting to get to that fact where he's got to retire, but got to give it his last year, right? I'm done with Joel Embiid. I said that. I'm tired of this whole song and dance thing. I've said that, and I'm going to stick by that. But it's a difficult situation for the Sixers. It's a difficult situation with the Sixers, and then you add Paul George to this, right? You add Paul George, who's already injured this year in a non-contact in a drill. He got surgery. He had brace on, and he does all this stuff to try to stay on the court, and it's not going to work. And it's not going to work. You have a guy who's too worried about his podcast. Like, we all do podcasts, content creators, Sixer content creators, Hardcore Sports Network members. Um, we all do content. We're all thinking about it, right? We think about how can I make this better? What's next? What's the next move? Who am I going to get on my show? And all that. For me, it's like I got to do this, that, it's that. Like you think about it constantly, and that's what happened with Paul George. He thought about that more than the Sixers. And that sucks, man. That really, really sucks. I don't want to see him doing a podcast during the season. I don't want to see that. Like Tyrese Maxey, he had a podcast, right? He had a podcast. Not a lot of people know this, but he stopped. He stopped before the season started so he can work on his craft, and he hasn't picked it up since. He's been a guest on a couple of things, on a couple of shows and everything. But with Joel Embiid, Joel Embiid, and Paul George, Philly can only take too much more of this, man. Can only take too much more of this. Let me get through the comments here. One of my buddies who's a Cavs fan don't like Niang too. Yeah, I see that. I've seen the trend now. It's sad. Embiid knees are shot. The surgery is his last chance. I felt bad for him and his knees. That's got to be tough to be that talented and can't stay healthy. Like I said before, with the mentally. What is up, Aiden? What is up, man? Tank right out of the gate, blow it up. Everybody, trading everybody. Nobody say Tyrese, Joel, Paul George need to be breaking up. It is very difficult. You can't trade Tyrese Maxey. You can't trade Maxey. You can't trade McCain. You can't trade Estrom. You can definitely try to make a certain move, but PG is worse than Michael Parsons. Well, yeah, yeah. I wish they could just release Embiid and Paul George. Honestly, have a nice young core to build for a future. I just wish that they could be released and nobody would trade for them. Just waive them. I'm fine with that. I'm just happy with the Sixers having Maxey, McCain, and Edstrom. That's the future now. Yeah, and we're still waiting on the whole Quentin Grimes situation. We're still waiting on the whole Quentin Grimes. I am just done with Joel Embiid, done with him as a player, and really would prefer him to not be on the Sixers anymore. I do feel bad for him as a person. I'm not mad at him. Majority, this is not his fault. I did I tell you guys like I was working this event at my old job a couple years ago, and we had Joel Embiid, we had Al Horford, and we had Elton Brand, right? No, it wasn't. Was it Elton Brand? Yeah, it was Elton Brand. Yeah, Joel Embiid, Al Horford, and yeah, Elton Brand. And then like if you were a sponsor, you could get pictures with Joel Embiid and everybody and whatever. And then once that whole thing was done, Joel Embiid was sitting down, right? I had the privilege. I wasn't allowed. Was I in a picture? I think I was in a group picture. I think I gotta check that out. But yeah, when you see, I had a chance to talk to Joel Embiid, right? I had a chance. Like he was sitting down. I was talking to him. We were talking about Kansas, his time with the Sixers. He was a very nice guy to me. Very, very chill. But to all the sponsors and everything, he was a joke. I mean, he was not a joke. He was like a jackass. There we go. He was a jackass to all the sponsors. Like he was being rude to them. He wasn't dressed the part and whatever. Joel Embiid was wearing sweats while Al Horford and Joel and Ellen Brand were wearing suits and ties, looking very professional. And he just got everyone was so mad at him. And I was like, hey, he was nice to me. He was nice to me, right? Like that's all I can care about. I don't care how you are to them. Like you're nice to me. We talked and everything. It was great. And I remember he was walking out, right? And then I had to get out the same parking lot. And then someone stopped me. It was like, Mitch, wait. I'm like, what are you talking about? I gotta go. He's like, wait, wait. Now you can go. I'm like, really? I had to wait for them to go out. Like, damn. But yeah. Yeah, he just didn't take care of his body being whacked in the face by Pascal Siakam is out of his control, and all of this court stuff is legitimate as well. It's his brother. Just a fan wanting your team to win is frustrating year after year. What's good, Ryan? What's good? But yeah, it's exhausting. It is really exhausting. That is why I'm trying. I am trying to do more NBA content here on the channel. I'm trying. So when I don't think I told anyone this, but once the preseason starts, right? I think it starts. Let's see. Hold on. Preseason. Uh. When does it start? October 2nd. That's when it starts. That's when the Knicks play the Sixers. October 2nd and 4th in Dubai. So once preseason starts, guys, I'm gonna be streaming a lot of other games. I'm gonna be streaming a lot of other games. Not just Sixers. I'm pretty much like I'm working on my streaming schedule now to get rid of SmackDown. Like that's in the I'm gonna get rid of SmackDown, and then Mondays and Tuesdays I can't, but Wednesday through Sunday I can stream a basketball game. So that's my goal. I'm gonna start from Wednesday to Sunday. And then if there's an Eagles game, I'll pretty much stream that. If there's a Michigan football game, I would stream that. But most of the time will be a basketball stream on this channel. What is up, Ricky? How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. Everyone, make sure to hit that like button and share this out. For you, please. Hold on. Hold on. Uh, hold on. Here we go. Gee, the future's now. Now, the future's now. Just pay Joel to stay at home. Miss, I'm home. By the way, I gotta meet with whenever I'm free. That era, that Euro tourney will be interesting, Luca. Giannis, Jokic, and other playing in September. What day is that? Blaze, what day is that? Wait, I got it right here. Hold on. Hold on. When is it? Is that the Euro thing? Is that what I'm talking about? Yeah. Oh, okay. NBA China games, I will be streaming that. Like Nets for Suns for opening day. There we go. Yeah, when is like November 1st, like there's gonna be a lot of games I'm gonna be streaming. Sixers cannot run a fast paced tempo even with the healthy Paul George and Joel Embiid in the court. We were the slowest team, we were the least athletic last year. That's why we had to draft VJ Edgecombe. VJ Edgecombe, dude, was the best perimeter defender in the draft and most athletic. Took him. Give me a second. Hold on a second. Hey, TRL uploaded a. Hey, good for him. He uploaded an update video. There we go. All right, let's get back to the comments here. 76ers need to get a young star like a Tatum, Booker, Brunson on his team like Tyrese. McCain, Maxey. McCain, Maxey, and Edstrom. That is the future. I know why you love the money sound effect. Oh my god. You know what? How many likes are we at right now? I got a funny story. How many likes are we at? Okay, we're at 13 likes. If we can get to 17 likes, I got a funny story for you guys. Hi, Mitch. How we feel about Lonnie Walker and Jeff Down in the EuroLeague together? Hey, at least they're playing together, man. I won them on the Sixers, but on the court. I understand that. Charles, what is up, man? What is up, Charles? Make sure you hit that like. And how's the weather in the Bahamas? What is up, Mitch? Chad, what is good? What is good? Guys, go check out today's video. It is pinned in the chat. And make sure you like and comment there. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. What is it here? Hold on. What is it here? It's only 83 here. Okay. Luka and Giannis are confirmed to be playing for their respective national teams and will take place August 27th to September 14th. Huh. Blaze, we got more games to stream then. I'm down. I'll stream those if you want to stream them with me. I'm down. I'm fucking down. Smash them, free subs, and hit the like. Guys, appreciate that. More likes helps to push the channel out even more. We are 5 subscribers away from 3,700. Help me get there. Google Master Checks again. What is this? Empire Checks again? Steelers got another Porter on the team. Scoop. 14 likes. 16 now. Oh. Bless me, thank you. This is powerful indeed. Maxey, McCain. Maxey, Edstrom, McCain, Eminem. Remember main event Mafia to TNA, and the Sixers had the new main event Mafia. Dude, I love that. I love that. And guys, at 6 o'clock Eastern tonight on the Hardcore Sports Network, we got all the wrestling fans out there. We got the phenomenal breakdown with me and Denise. Make sure to tune in at 6 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, it's Queens of the Ring on the Hardcore Sports Network and Steampunk Combat. Make sure you guys tune in for all those shows. That's great, Blaze. LOL. It is. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah. So with the updates, right? Paul George is not going to be able to play in training camp. Same with Joel Embiid. And there's something I want to get off my chest here. Mitch, bro, coaches are. Yeah, I was watching it. Bless you, Mitch. Plus, I got a number. Hey. Oh. Can I have it? Can I have it? I'll give you 69 cents. Oh, wait. Yeah, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that. But it's something I want to get off my chest, right? Let's see. Sixers content creators are acting like this is the end of the world. That this is the end of the world with Joel Embiid and Paul George, right? They're acting like this is the end of the world, and I'm just sitting here like, we've been through this before. It's the same thing over and over and over again, and I'm just saying, like, for them overreacting like this, it makes you look like idiots. It makes you look like idiots. Let me show you this one video. I'm not going to react to it. I just want to show you guys the title of it. I'm not going to react to it. I just want to show you guys the title of it. If I can find it. How did... No, it's not that one, but how? Where the hell are you? There we go. Look. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. Let me go here. Here. You know what? Let's react to it. Screw it. Screw it. Yeah, let's react to it. You guys are going to laugh at this. 76ers this year, even with the injuries, Nick Nurse's job is on the line. We failed this year. Joel, Paul George, and Nick Nurse might be out of the year. That is definitely a possibility. No, I haven't. Not today. I have not talked to halftime today. That's actually a shock. He usually calls me in the morning. Yes, thank you, Mitch, for being a real Sixers content creator. The others make me sick most of the time, and they're bad taste flip-flopping here. Yes, Weekend Wake Up will be this Saturday. Not next week. I'll be down to shore again. So there's this one video. I don't know how it gets this many views. I really don't. But look at this, right? This is the title. I might react to it. Breaking. The Sixers are effed. The collapse has begun. Like, you see what I'm getting at? You see what I'm getting at here? Hold on. No, we gotta go like this, right? Yeah. Yep, I'm going back to the shore again next week. So, yeah. Let's just watch this, shall we? Let's just watch this because there's something I want to bring up, right? Hold on. Am I good here? I think I'm good here. Hold on. I want to edit this real quick here. Let me edit this. Hold on. You ready? All right, we're going to go like this for this one. All right, ready? All right. So with this guy's layout, you ready? With this guy's layout, I want you guys to tell me whose layout it looks like. I want you to tell me. Yeah. Mitch, you don't look tan. Yeah. Hey, that's not true. That is not true. Because my cousins, they're very tan. I can tell you that right now. Nice try. But okay, let's look at the layout here, and I want you guys to tell me who it looks like.
The Philadelphia 76ers are a
Whose layout is this? I'll give you guys a little bit. It's definitely not Dimes. Should Nick Nurse be a part of the rebuild, or you want a younger? If we're getting a rebuild, Nick Nurse gotta go. That's my opinion. That's funny, Blade. You recognize him, right? You recognize him. I call him Eastwood Jr. I call this guy Eastwood Jr. because he acts like him, he talks like him, he does the same layout and stuff. He's on his shows constantly. So it's the same exact layout, no creativity whatsoever. Yeah, I used to react to this guy a while back. I used to call him a 2K My Player, but this is no. Yeah, this I call him Eastwood Jr. Hey, Eastwood Jr., how you doing over there? All right, ready? Let's just get right into it because I'm gonna laugh.
Disaster continued to be a disaster. And I was trying to enjoy my Sunday. The Phillies are on soon. And I got this report by Legion Hoops, and they quoted Brett Siegel, a pretty credible source around the league. And this is what he had to say when an account asked him about the updates on Joel Embiid and Paul George. And this is
Right.
what he had to say. Only updates are that George is out for the start of training camp and may not play in the preseason. Too early to tell there.
Well, no shit. No shit. Like, come on. Like, god damn, I hate these Sixers content creators, man.
As for Embiid, there's genuine concern about his knee health. Of course, word from Philly gets downplayed, but around the league, the word is bad. And Tyrese Maxey recently went on the Deep Three podcast and did a PR stunt talking about how the Sixers are going to have a bounce back season. He knows what's going on with Joel Embiid. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Is that really a PR stunt? Let's be honest here. I'm gonna sit back. Was that really a PR stunt? Is that really a PR stunt? Because obviously Maxie wants his team to win if he actually has a true believing, right? Even though he knows what's going on with Joel Embiid and Paul George, he's gotta say that. That's his team. What is he gonna say? We give up again? Like, what the heck? What the hell? Philly fans are wild, can't stand Embiid and Paul George. Then they get mad when they don't play. LMAO can't have it both ways. Dude.
knows. Like he's played with him for 5-6 years now. This is Tyrese Maxey's team now. I think we have to admit that.
It was always his team. It's not his team now. It was always his freaking team. I don't know. Get what you want.
I watched a lot of that podcast, bro. I liked everything Tyrese Maxey said, other than him blowing smoke up our ass about this upcoming season. He had Watford and I think VJ Edgecombe at the gym at 6 a.m. Tyrese Maxey's the leader of the 76ers. They need to just completely can the Joel Embiid era. It is over. I usually get pulled back into the Sixers every summer, no matter how bad the season ends, whether it's a disgusting playoff exit or just a terrible regular season where they don't make the playoffs. And this season, it was especially the case since they were able to get the third pick and they drafted another dog in VJ Edgecombe. And now the Sixers have a core of 3 terrific young guards in Maxey, VJ, and McCain. So you'd think that there's something to look forward to in the future. And you got those Clippers picks as well. Sure. But then you got to consider that they are anchored by the 2 worst contracts in the NBA by far, in Joel Embiid and Paul George, who both of them are decrepit. They will no longer be players that can contribute on an NBA court at a high enough level for the 76ers to see any playoff success. It sucks. I don't want to admit it. I really did not want to admit it, man. I wanted to be positive going into the season. I just want to think that last season was a fluke and that Embiid looking washes, that he was recovering from his meniscus issue or his meniscectomy and he got the surgery, got the.
Tyrese Maxey not gonna say we trash, we suck. I don't care. What? So why play? Exactly my point. Exactly my point. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Agree, Paul George and Embiid have bad contracts because they have been injured. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Like, this guy just copies Eastwood to the T, except for the headband, but literally to the T.
Same doctor that fixed Kawhi Leonard, and it was going to be all good. And that maybe the Sixers, if they were healthy, they could be a competitor in the Eastern Conference because the Celtics and the Pacers, their best players are injured, Tatum and Halliburton. So you only got to go through the Knicks and the Magic, I guess. But no, the Sixers are fucked. The Sixers are screwed, and there's no other way around it. I just excuse my swear words, but it's true. The Sixers are.
Hey, what is up, Lumen? What is up? Alright, let's just show the comments real quick. I want you guys to see some of the comments. This is might as well we might draft it then these two are broken up. It won't change until Josh Harris sells the team and B needs to go. No question. They got to go with the young guys. I totally agree with you, Nick. I totally agree with you. Yeah. It's sad because you're a general. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I already feel anticipated are not playing, so I'm even mad. All right. Paul George says that our story. Giving Embiid and George. It's the answer shots. Embiid will be fine. There we go. Finally, look. And this is me being positive right now. This is me being positive right now. But yeah, come on. Embiid, let's be honest. I hate Embiid. They should have said it. Medical discharge now. Look at this. Look at this. And for you're not keeping it 100. You're just doing this for the clicks, you idiot. Don't blow my cover. Ricky, man, he's a net. Yep.
Sixers are fucked. There is no other excuse that we can keep making about this team. It has been the same stuff over and over again for the past 10 years. And I have to use those vulgar words to really express how disappointed and just how tired not only I am, but I'm sure you are too, since you've probably been watching the Sixers for a while and have been paying attention to the team and really been invested in hoping that they, go on a playoff run and can get to the finals since first time since 2001. But we have to deal with the same thing over and over again with Joel Embiid and his injury and his ramp up processes and all of that mumbo jumbo about him, in whatever surgery he gets or having to scroll through, doctor's pages on Twitter to see if he's like his injury's going well. I don't even know anymore, bro. My brain is jelly. My brain is jelly from all this.
Your brain is jelly, or is it Eastwood's brain that is jelly? Let's be honest. You're just a clone of Eastwood. Come on. Has anyone actually heard of this guy before I showed you his video? Has anyone actually heard of him? Joel Embiid didn't get enough role players. Player Joel. Role players all suck. Put Joel on Boston or even the Magic. He gets 2 rings at least. That goes to upper management.
I'm so tired of Sixers fans having to have had passed the MCAT in order for them to pay attention to this team in a intelligent way or whatever, just a passionate way, because we're screwed. And I'm not a doctor, of course, but you don't have to take it from me. You could take it from, you may have heard of him, Dr. Brian Suterer, who Joel Embiid has pretty much become his mascot. This is pretty much how he got his claim to fame, talking about Joel Embiid's injury, and Sixers fans going to his page. But this is what he had to say on April 2nd, when it came to his arthroscopic surgery. How many arthroscopic surgeries have we been told will be a complete success for Embiid? Yet issues keep persisting. The quick timeline suggests that they will be doing more of a cleanup, which rarely fixes things long-term. Short-term benefit, yes, but to act like
seen him on your timeline
this is
before?
going to turn his career around health-wise is being disingenuous to fans. And, we kept trying to say if if he was just healthy, if he could be at least 80% of what he is, maybe the Sixers have a shot and he could play consistent enough. He had to suffer so many freak injuries, bro. You could talk for hours on end alone just talking about the Joel Embiid injury saga and everything he has had to go through. Paul George, on the other hand, I forgot Paul George was even on the 76ers. I think I saw a post on social media that he was rated a 76 in 2K. He should be our 70. He should be like a 72. He was awful. Maybe he might have a bounce back year. I was trying to.
Wait, hold on. Did they announce the 2K ratings for the Sixers yet? Did they announce the NBA 2K26 ratings yet? Because I'm going to react to that like I did before. Is that out yet? Yeah, I'm really happy for Fox. We'll talk about that on a pick and roll on Thursday. But seriously, did they announce the 2K ratings yet?
Gas up Paul George a little bit, just trying to be positive. But if he's missing training camp now, and we see the same old thing every single time, same old Sixers. And Daryl Morey and the Joel Embiid extension. Is that the worst thing Daryl Morey has ever done in his entire career? Is this a fireable offense? It is looking worse by the day. Now, I've been trying to defend Daryl Morey. I've been defending his move to sign Paul George in the first place. I did that because it was a dog shit free agency class. You weren't getting anybody who was going to move the needle. And when you were getting Paul George, at least you were getting someone with the expectation that he would be better than Tobias Harris. And there have been years, even with Embiid getting injured, that the Sixers were able to advance in the playoffs despite Tobias Harris not playing up to snuff. And if Tobias Harris, if he would just play a little bit better and really step up for once, then the Sixers things may have gone different for them and they could have really gone on a deep playoff run. However, I guess I was too optimistic about Embiid's health in the first place because without Joel Embiid, the 76ers are nothing. And the Sixers, they need to blow it up. And Does this sound like a really bipolar reaction from me? Yes, it is. Well, that is because the Sixers are a bipolar franchise, man, and they have been toying with this fan base for years. I have no idea what scheme scam Josh Harris is going to come up with to try and.
I really can't take this guy seriously. I really can't take this guy seriously. I really can't. I can't.
Put butts in those seats next season because no, you could build a good enough roster around him, even with the Tobias Harris contract holding you down. You couldn't. You thought, hey, let's bring in Paul George. All you had to do is be better than Tobias Harris. You did that. It didn't work. It was understandable, but it didn't work. But because it's August and there's nothing to talk about news-wise except for this now. And all I'm going to say, my final thing, man, Sixers fans aren't falling for it again. We're not falling for it again. We've seen this for 10 years, bro. When Joel Embiid got drafted to the Sixers, I was learning long division. It's over. Wrap it up. Find a way to get those contracts off the books and move forward to the future. Tyrese Maxey is the leader of the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid, thank you for your service. It's over. Peace.
And dude, if I react to Eastwood's video, it's the same exact thing, like word for word. If I react to Eastwood's video right now, it is literally word for word. How many likes are we at? One more like, guys, and I'll tell you the funny story. No, I'm not telling my guys to go over there. No, we're better than that. That guy's just a complete idiot. Lumen, go check out today's video, man. It is pinned in the chat. Make sure you go check it out. So Kevin Love wants to end up in LA. Okay. I'm telling you, like, dude, how does he get all these views? Does he actually do? It's literally because Eastwood. Literally. My God, he's riding the coattails. What is the video about? It's a reaction video. It's a reaction video of this guy talking about the Sixers and the daily stuff. Go check it out. Oh, man. If there's a Sixers video you guys want me to react to, let me know. I'm just like, oh, man. Yeah, so the Sixers right now, that's basically it. Those are all the updates. I'll look it up right now. Who's worse, him? You ready for this? Dude, Blaze, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. I'm not gonna tell you his name because that guy just no. He's the Eastwood clone. They do a Sixers week. They do a Sixers live stream together, bro. They literally do a Sixers live stream together. Isn't that hilarious? Isn't that just hilarious? Like, oh my God. Yeah, Peter. Yep. But dude, they actually do a live scene together. Isn't that just hilarious? My God. And I can't believe this shit. Is there another Sixers uh, video I can react to? Oh my living God, I found one. I found one. Good for them. Maybe they'll see the Sixers of our future instead of. Yeah, right. But look at this. Blockbuster 76ers rumors on Giannis Antetokounmpo trade after NBA Insider report. They just won't stop. Did we hit 17 likes yet? Yes, we did. All right, I'll tell you the funny story. Funny story, or do you guys want this? Funny story or this? All right, let's just get started with this. Blockbuster's 76ers trade rumors on Giannis. Who's the insider, first
A
off?
Giannis Antetokounmpo trade could still be in the works this offseason. According to Shams Charania,
Yep.
it is still possible Giannis leaves Milwaukee before the start of this season. We'd heard some of these Giannis rumors earlier on in the offseason. Those kind of quieted down for a little bit, but now, just yesterday on Monday, August 4th, Shams said that Giannis is still contemplating his future in Milwaukee. Directly here from Shams himself. Sources tell me there's still nothing set in stone about whether Giannis will stay in Milwaukee or whether he will be leaving. There's been some very real conversations over the last week or so. The constant question that Giannis has thought is, can I win a championship with this roster? Is this roster going to be one for this upcoming year? And
They're not going to win a championship with this roster. If you just have Giannis, that makes him a contender automatically, but no.
2026, 2027. He is asking that question over and over. And Shams added as well with this report that there are multiple NBA teams waiting in the wings that have offers ready to go on the table for Giannis if he does ask out. They're just waiting for that word. So, could the Sixers be one of those teams that tries to get in the mix to trade for the Greek Freak? That's what we'll get into here on today's show. Real quick, before we do, the NBA season is going to be here before you know it. Actually, in just a family, some all at least at the end of this squad. Now, look, Giannis himself, we know the kind of player he is, right? I don't got to tell you too much about Giannis. MVP, as good careers, but
Let's
for
just get
that,
to the Sixers
you got
stuff.
Kyle Kuzma and then a whole. I don't know. As it pertains to Philadelphia, talking about possibly getting Giannis to Milwaukee or to Philly, it's pretty tough. Now, they had the money to make it work. Of course, the first thing you want to think of when talking about these star trades is how do you match your salaries first and foremost? 58 the next year, 62.
Look at that contract for Giannis. Oh my God, look at that.
In 2027, 28 with a player option. Pretty typical standard superstar level money when a guy signs a max deal. And we're going to see these numbers just keep going up. De'Aaron Fox just signed an absolutely massive, massive extension. So obviously the trade would have to include one of Embiid or Paul George. Embiid obviously making a lot of money the next few years with that new extension he signed. Now, 2026, 27 through 2028, 29. It's not set in stone the amount he's making. It depends on how much the cap goes up, but obviously a ton of money, possibly $67 million in a few seasons. And then Paul George as well. Of course, we know the salary they sent him to last offseason, also making a ton of money. So Philadelphia has the
It's worth the
contracts
money.
in
Well,
Embiid
yeah.
and Paul George to be able to match the salary of Giannis Antetokounmpo. But look, you talk about these two guys. These are two of what a lot of people think are the worst contracts in the entire NBA because of their age and their injury history and the decline of play we've
That would
seen
be
as of late,
crazy
especially
if
as
we
it
got
pertains
that.
to Paul George. So look, if Milwaukee, is willing to take on either Embiid or Paul George for Giannis, like by all means, I'm willing to include one of those two in the trade. But
Take it. Take it. Let's take it. I just got to pause.
there's a 0% chance, zero, that Milwaukee would do just Embiid and a couple picks or just Paul George and a couple picks for Giannis and call it a day, right? It's going to cost a lot of extra assets, even on top of those two guys, because their values by their contracts and by their injury histories are not nearly what Giannis is right now. So what else would you have to throw in there? I mean, it's
Look at his depth chart real quick. Maxey, Kyle Lowry, McCain, Edstrom, Eric Gordon, Paul George, Justin Edwards, Kelly Oubre, Janai Broom, Wofford. It's going to be Wofford over Janai Broom, Embiid, Bona, Drummond. This is without Grimes. That's without Grimes.
going to be, in my opinion, some of these young guys, VJ Edgecombe, Jared McCain, Justin Edwards. Maybe they'd even be interested in someone like a Janai Broom or not Bona. Like the Sixers have some young pieces, and Milwaukee is definitely going to be asking for at least one, two, maybe even three of these young players on top of probably that 2028 Clippers pick that Philadelphia does own.
Is Giannis worth that Clippers 2028 unprotected? Yes. Yes, he is. He's definitely worth that. If the money match up right, do that.
Probably some extra draft capital as well. We're talking about a top 3 player in the world right now. You're going to be asking a lot for him in a trade who's still firmly in his prime. Now we'll get into more of what the specific package might be for Giannis and my thoughts on adding some of these young guys into the mix. But I just want to get a baseline. What say you guys? Should the Sixers at least try to pull off a Giannis trade? If he does request out of Milwaukee, would you at least like Philadelphia to inquire and see what the price might be? Or are you totally good? You don't need Giannis over here in Philadelphia. Just give me a simple yes or no down in the comments section.
Yep.
Now, before we get to some more of my thoughts on this deal, I got to tell you guys, a price off around the weather, you reset a little bit, but I still don't think that at his core, Daryl Morey has really changed all that much. So I do think if Giannis were to ask out, Morey would at least be somewhat interested. Now, the question that Morey
He would be crazy if he is not interested.
will have to ask himself, and if you're running the Sixers, you'll have to ask yourself in the situation is, do you decide to blow up this newly built young core that really over the past couple of seasons, we've seen a total transformation in the young talent on this team? Do you get rid of all of that for Giannis onto the
Yes. Yes, I would. If you could keep McCain and Maxey, that's going to be hard to do, but I would definitely do it. I would definitely do it.
Kupo? Or do you say these young guys, they're the
And you guys know how much of a McCain fan I am.
future of this team? We want to hold on to them because it's going to take, as I mentioned, at least 2, maybe 3 of these young guys plus some picks to get in a player like Giannis. Now, there are 2 scenarios in which I could see if the Sixers do make a move for Giannis, what the
We still got to get Grimes. So
team could look like. The first, obviously, I mentioned it's either trading Paul George or it's trading Joel Embiid. So in this case, if you do trade Paul George here, you could be left with a starting lineup. Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, I don't think would be involved in the deal. Kelly Oubre, Giannis, and Embiid. That is a really good starting lineup, assuming health. Embiid, Giannis would be a disgusting duo. Tyrese Maxey to me is off the table in a Giannis trade. There's no point of trading Tyrese Maxey away for Giannis just to bring Giannis in, and then you're still surrounded with an injury-prone Joel Embiid and an injury-prone Paul George. There's really no point of doing that. So Maxey's off
I get. Is he untouchable? Is he untouchable?
the table. But your depth would take a hit in both these scenarios because I think VJ Edgecombe is absolutely somebody that the Bucks would be demanding they get back in a move, and they'd probably also ask for Jared McCain. So this is kind of what your core five would be. Now, if you say I'd rather trade away Joel Embiid because you don't think his injury history is going to get any better and the contract, the extension he signed, and maybe Milwaukee values Embiid a little bit more than Paul George, well, then you're kind of left with something like this, right? Where you slide in Adam Bona at the 5, Giannis at the 4, still have Paul George. You can obviously, run some lineups with Giannis at the
Nah,
5, and you
I'm
can
not
throw
feeling that
Oubre
one.
in that starting lineup as well. But in all these scenarios, you also have to think about your depth, and your young core takes a hit because VJ Edgecombe probably gone. Jared McCain probably gone. They might even ask for a Justin Edwards or an Adam Bona or a Janiyah Broome again because it's Giannis and because he is an MVP level player, top 3 player in the league. The Bucks aren't.
What was it? You don't see Maxey for a power for a power forward. You need to keep him. I think you do. You can't trade Maxey.
To give him up for absolutely nothing. So, going back to the original question, would you trade some of these young pieces away for Giannis? I don't think I would. I do not like the idea of already dismantling this young core, even if it is Giannis. And even if he is, again, one of the best players in the league. You just drafted VJ Edgecombe 3rd overall. We've seen 20-something games of Jared McCain in Philadelphia. Justin Edwards, we saw 1 year of what he can be as an undrafted player. And sure, you bring in Giannis, you're a championship level contender, especially if you can hold on to Tyrese Maxey. And even if you hold on to Joel Embiid, you send out Paul George, that's a really, really talented team. But if things don't work out, you have nothing to fall back on. And you're finally building up these young pieces. And we've seen teams like the Thunder, like the Pacers, with all their depth, and especially in the Thunder's case, a lot of young players who've developed over the course of time. Like, you have this young talent. I get it's tempting to trade it for a player like Giannis, but especially in the case of VJ Edgecombe and even Jared McCain a little bit, I want to hold on to these guys. I want to see what they can do. Now, of course, Giannis being traded doesn't just impact Philadelphia if he is traded to.
But how much longer are you willing to wait? How much longer are you willing to wait? It's not working. This Sixers team is not working. It's really not working with the young core. I love them, but talk about Giannis here.
The Sixers, because a lot of other landing spots he could go that could shake things up in the Eastern Conference. The Knicks are a team that have been heavily rumored to be interested in Giannis Antetokounmpo, and pretty much everybody but Jalen Brunson would be on the table in that potential trade. So if New York does make a move for a Giannis, who again rumored to be on him for a while now, that would really shake things up in the East because you have Jalen Brunson,
Right.
you have Giannis, you're probably trading away very, Kyle Kuzma is not a good player at
So this is their lineup right now. Porter, not liking it.
this point in his career. Super inefficient, not a winner. I could see ideal asking for VJ Edgecombe and Jared McCain and Justin.
What does the comment say? Is not off the table. I love Maxey, but including Max. Okay. Oh, definitely yes. I would. What is up, Butterfly? Bucks are done. The Milwaukee Bucks are done. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. While you're there, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Peace. MK out. All right. There we go. What is up, man? Bucks rule. We actually got a Bucks fan in here. What is up, man? What is up? My name is Mitch. I'm a Sixers content creator. I discuss the NBA and all that. The Bucks, go Bucks. I don't know, man. Giannis made one out. Giannis made one out, bro. You know why? Because Thunder have a culture. Of course they do. Bucks are cooked. I'm telling you, they don't have Lillard. Lillard went back to Portland. We saw the lineup that they have. I agree. I definitely agree. Giannis is loyal. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely loyal. But when you look at what Sam said, is that Giannis may be on the way out here because of the whole thing with Miles Turner and how that went down. Of course. Yeah, I said that from the jump. I said that from the jump. I said that from the jump. Lillard never fit. They traded Drew Holiday. That's what ended it for them. You guys are done. It was a great move, Giannis. I think you're pretty much going to be right. You're going to be right. Dame trade was a god awful. It was god awful. God awful. But listen, Carter, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, bro. Your roster is definitely not legit. Come on. Like I have said for weeks, until Giannis asks for a trade, it's all speculation. We know he loves Milwaukee, but they need to get people around him. Or is it legit? You got what? What do you got? What do you got, man? What roster's legit? I guess we'll find out. Uh, Missing graphics. Yep. Spike that like. Hey! Hold on. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you guys share this out. Share this out, man. Legit in trouble if they don't get help for Giannis, that's for sure. Miles Turner does not do anything. Honestly, it doesn't. They should have kept Brook Lopez. They should go get Trey Young, Hawkstone, and extend him. You just want to aggravate Philly halftime, don't you? I'm just chilling. You're just chilling? I'm Mitch. Nice to meet you. They're like last year's Indiana Pacers. I don't know if I can see that. I don't know if I can see that, man. I really don't. But with Giannis, how'd you find my channel, by the way, dude? I'm just asking. How'd you find it? Was it on the homepage? Did you how'd you find it? I'm curious. Wait, what was that? Well, Chris Boucher signed with the Celtics. Chris Boucher just signed with the Celtics. What about Fox? The Fox? There it is. There it is. Wait for it. He deserves it. Yeah, we're going to talk about that on Thursday for sure. We're going to talk about that on Thursday for sure. What about Bobby Boucher? Oh, man. Wait, favorite Adam Sandler character? Go. Who's your favorite Adam Sandler character? You watch All Teens? Hey, you're in the right channel, man. You're on the right channel. Every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do the Pick and Roll podcast. Me, Blaze Radio, you see in the chat, and a couple other guys in the Hardcore Sports Network. So, yeah, Pick and Roll podcast every Thursday at 6. Yeah, really appreciate that, man. Yeah, Maniac Central. Yeah. Yeah, we love the NBA here. I love it. So, all right, we're gonna hang around for 5 minutes. I gotta tell you this funny story. May as well tell you now because now Simeon Carter's in the chat. I think this will be funny for him to know. So, before I was leaving to go get a haircut, right? I got a haircut saved and everything. I get this phone call. This phone call is from this guy who claims that he can help me with my podcast, right? You know, one of those scammers or whatever. So I'm like, hey, I got time to kill. Let me talk to him. Let me see how it goes. And then we were going back and forth and whatever. He wanted me to pay him $2,000 a month for him to help me with my podcast. $2,000 a month to help me with my podcast. And I called him a scammer right to his face. We were FaceTiming. And I'm like, dude, seriously, let me see your computer right now. He showed me his computer of his podcast that he was doing, that he was helping. And I'm like, dude, I'm not even on his platform. I'm not even there. So I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not even on that platform. He's like, oh, I thought you were, but can you still give me $2,000? I'll help you. I was like, dude, no. And I said, I'm a Jew, and I hung up. I know someone that would pay $2,000 to improve their channel. Oh my God, me too. Dude, there's so many people. Blaze, me and you could talk for like hours. For like hours. Guys, do not fall for those scammers at all. It is beyond ridiculous. But again, before I head out, shout out to my guy, Simeon Carter. Thank you for liking and subscribing, man. Really, really appreciate it. I might do a Sixers alert again tomorrow. I was supposed to do something, but that got canceled. So I might do this again tomorrow. Have a little more time. So, yeah, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you guys check out the new video. Let me post that in the chat right now. Let me click this. All right, let me share this in the chat. Make sure you guys go check this out. Hit that like on the video. And I'm going to try to do another video tomorrow. I really don't want it to be a reaction video, but with that being said, guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow. But on the Hardcore Sports Network, I'll be live at 6 o'clock Eastern for the Phenomenal Breakdown, 8 o'clock for all that. So, see you guys. Have a good one. Peace.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen, that shit